the Rochester Philharmonic Orchestra and the Rochester City Ballet. Two great forces coming together. It's like a Reese's peanut butter cup.
It's the most...
Peanut... But is that not a good example?
Well, yeah, kind of.
Two great tastes that taste great together.
But instead of they go great together.
Yes.
They go well together.
And if you have good taste, you will come Friday and Saturday night to Kodak Hall at Eastman Theater to see Jeff Tyzik and the RPO. And we also have Rochester City Ballet Artistic Director Jamie Leverett with us today.
Yeah.
And this is really a work that Jeff did that you have now set choreography to. Explain how that happens.
Well, do you want to start, Jeff?
Sure. Well, I was commissioned by the Memorial Art Gallery, the Giannini family, to create a piece to commemorate their 100th anniversary. So I chose 7 pieces of art and created a piece for each sculpture and painting and carving, and then we performed it with the RPO.
That was a couple of years ago, right?
It was about a year and a half ago, and I had worked with Jamie many times before that, and she's a brilliant choreographer. Loved her work, and I love having Rochester City Ballet on stage with the orchestra. So I said, I've got a new project for you if you're interested. So each piece is a story. Each piece in the art gallery that I chose has a story behind it, and the story is visual. But I thought, well, since it's visual, maybe dance would just work great with the orchestra. So what did you think?
So then Jeff gave me the music and said, what do you think? And I said, I'm in. It's, you know, like Jeff said, we've collaborated several times in the past, and each time the project seems to get bigger and bigger. We started with Bravo, Colorado, which
12-minute, 14-minute piece.
And now this piece is about 45
minutes.
Yeah,
wow.
So it's really built. The music is spectacular, I'd say, and very diverse. And because each piece of music is so different, when I approached the choreography, I approached it as like 7 micro ballets. So there's no storyline that streams them all together, all the pieces, but each piece tells its own story, like Jeff said.
Did you look, I'm sure when you wrote the music, you went and looked at the artwork. You got to hear the music. Did you also look at the artwork that inspired it to do the choreography?
Yeah. I was lucky because I had many sources of inspiration. Not only did I have the artwork, but I had Jeff's music to inspire me. But then sometimes I went back to the original inspiration for the artwork to draw imagery and resources to create.
Will the audience see the artwork? Will it be truly a sensory experience? You're hearing the music, you're seeing the dance, but also the artwork itself that inspired the dance and the music.
Yes, we're going to project up on a big screen an image of each piece of art before we play. Then that will fade, and then you'll have the orchestra playing the music and RCB dancing. But I would like to say one other thing is you will not see anything like this in any other city in America, ever. I mean, I conduct all over North America. No other orchestras will take a chance and say, well, why don't we have the ballet with the orchestra, have the orchestra on stage and kind of make it an incredible musical visual evening. People don't take those kind of chances, but we do here. And we have incredible artists, both in the orchestra and Rochester City Ballet. And I say, why not?
Yeah. You think our audience may be different than other audiences? Are we just maybe more accepting here or more willing to take a chance or try something new?
I think the audience will give them, will take what you give them. And if you give them something that's not great, they're going to think, well, that's what it is. If you give them something amazing, they're going to say, we expect that now. And that's what we've been doing for years and years, together, and also the orchestra and Rochester City Ballet.
There are people watching this morning who have not been to an RPO or City Ballet event, perhaps ever, or in a long, long time. And these are two cultural treasures of our community that you know, if they were gone, then there would be people that would, you know, say, why don't we have this? So give me the sales pitch for people to come and support the City Ballet and the RPO.
Well, just what you just said. You know, the best way to keep the ballet and the orchestra in business is come see the show. Come have a great night out. Come enjoy this artwork that Jeff and I are so passionate about. I know the musicians in the orchestra are passionate about, and the dancers are thrilled. And like Jeff said, it's such a special, I look forward to these events every time we do them because the orchestra is on the stage, the dancers are in front, and they feed off of each other. It is the most spectacular energy level.
As opposed to the orchestra being in a pit, right? And the ballet is, you're going to be on stage together.
If there's something right in front of us, we often take it for granted. That's just the way it is. But I can tell you without a doubt, this is one of the greatest orchestras in America. And I conduct in Dallas, and I conduct in Seattle, and I conduct in Detroit. This is one of the greatest in America, and the same with our world-class ballet company.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you both.
Thanks for
It's great to be